Hi guys, Steve here again, and I'm back for the third and final Constellation amendment video. Some of you have asked me if I can have a look at the Merlin entrance. You thought the hydraulic columns were a bit obtrusive and got in the way as you were trying to get in the back. I decided to have a look at it because if we're going to put a bulkhead in the back, we may need to put a door in the centre, but we won't be able to because these columns will block the entrance. I'll show you how it works at a moment. The two central hydraulics lift the Merlin hatch. You'll get in the fighter, then it'll close again behind you. The two outer hydraulics are used for when unloading cargo. They give extra support, but I wouldn't think we need it. This is what I've come up with quickly. I've split the hatch into two sections, so the back can slide into the front. The hatch needs to move up and away, because if it goes to the sides or forward, it'll interfere with the cargo space. Because you board from the back, you don't have to waste cargo space with the middle corridor. I had thought about sliding the hatch forward, but again, that'll encroach on the cargo space. Okay, now to the important change. Let's start by going to the top turret. When you enter the turret, as you'd expect, your head points up towards space and your feet point down towards the ship. This gives you great visibility as you have front, top and side windows. This is a perfect layout for a turret. I'd only make that crossbeam a little smaller. Now here's a problem with the bottom turret. You get in a seat and it lowers you into the turret. However, this time your feet are pointing out towards space and your head's pointing up towards the ship. So your feet end up where your head should be. I'm moving around to the light so you can see what the visibility is like. And there's a problem. In the bottom turret, that's all the visibility you get. One tiny little window. And if you notice, you don't get glass windows at the side, you get metal panels. So to remedy that, I've come up with this. The bottom chair and its button will now face away from the cockpit. You will press the button at the other side of the railing and the chair will get into position. You will then get into the chair. The chair will harness you in. Then rotate you backwards 180 degrees. Then lower you into the turret. From the back, because you've been flipped upside down, you're now facing towards the cockpit. There will be no artificial gravity within the turret, so you will have no negative effects about being flipped upside down. The bottom turret will be replaced with an exact copy of the top one. And because both turrets are exactly the same, it will take minimum remodelling. And now of course you have exactly the same visibility as the top turret. This is how other people on the ship would see your view. But because you've been flipped, everything else looks normal to you. Then when you're finished, the chair will return you to an upright position. And that's it for the turret fix. Some of you have asked if you could stick a rear turret on the back of a Constellation. The answer is no, and there's two good reasons for that. The first is because you don't need to. If an enemy is chasing you dead on from behind, all you'd have to do is get the pilot to lift the ship's nose slightly, and that would give you the correct angle to target the enemy. If the enemy then ducks below the ship's horizon, all the pilot needs to do is lower the ship's nose and the bottom turret will be able to kill the enemy. The second reason why you can't have a rear turret is, there's just no room for it. On the left is where the toilet compartment is, and to the right are the vertical takeoff thrusters, and there's no way you're going to be able to remove those without badly affecting the ship's handling. Well, that's my Constellation ideas. If you like them, please leave a comment and let the devs know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.